out of this podcast right now. Maggie's the man. Look at that. God. Look at that smile. That's a smile of somebody who's got a plan.
Bro, this is a smile of somebody that hasn't had a haircut in 2 months.
That's fine.
Scruffy.
That's fine. We'll take care of that.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, soon.
We'll take care of that.
Soon. Actually, no. I'm gonna go to my guy over here.
I gotta go one last time and give
one last time. You feel me? Be like, yo, good looks for piecing me up for the past year. I appreciate you doing this, bro. Yeah. But I'm moving. I'm not gonna be traveling from where I'm going to where I was at. Now that's crazy. So,
but I gotta go right now.
Hey, we can't sing his songs because he's a nasty man. He's nasty, bro.
What did I miss?
You missed. Oh, you don't know? Oh, this is not the place or time because this is not.
This is not a music podcast.
This is not a music podcast. I'm sorry, so we can't talk about what Trey Songz has done to women.
Oh yeah.
No, he's nasty, bro.
Trey Songz is a carifreco. What did he do?
He's on some R. Kelly type shit, my boy.
Oh no,
not R. Kelly. Let me not say R. Kelly, but
okay. I was like, oh, that's bad.
He's done some. All right, let me just say the most recent thing he did. Well, not recent, but this is what like kind of got him kind of blasted on the internet. Was that he like took this white woman's bra off and was screaming titties, bro.
He didn't do that shit for real. He did that shit for real.
Nah, it's on brand.
Bro, this shit was on Twitter, bro.
Compared to all the shit that he has done,
there's other stuff that he's done though.
That's
there's
like
other
the
stuff that he's
lowest
done.
But
that's like, yeah.
That sounds like an episode of Family Guy.
Bro, that was like
that
shit happened like maybe
life.
That shit was like maybe 7 years ago, and it just came out today. But like, you know Keke Palmer, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
she has accused him of
doing
sexual harassment.
Shit.
Yeah, so
and then
that was like 7 years ago too.
She had said a long time ago, and mad people started coming out with everything that he was doing.
Yeah, so
he's just been getting away with it for a while. So he probably got worse as time went on.
It's because you can sing. You know what it is, man. You
could be as dirty as you want to be, as long as
you can sing pretty. You can be as dirty as you want to be.
That's insane.
But
oh man,
yeah, I know, man. You've been gone. It's okay. We're gonna bring you back. We're gonna bring you back. But we here. What the fuck is going on? Oh shit, I'm sick. That's why that shit didn't stay that long.
I had almost forgot to turn down my volume. I heard the beginning of that. Full blast.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sick, so I couldn't hold out the what the fuck is going on because your boy is not feeling too well. I don't have COVID, thank God. But yeah, I'm definitely sick. So what the fuck is going on? It's your boy Macky OMO. As you can see, it's only 3 of us here today. Crispin is over there enjoying his life in DR. Hopefully he'll be back next week. Sorry,
next year.
Hopefully he'll be back next week.
He don't for a whole year.
Yo, the way he looking out there, he looking like he's about to live out there, bro. Like he's like he's about to start a residence out there.
He sent you one happy picture, him and his family. You just like, damn, you really out there.
You really out there. Nah, bro, because you haven't because he got me on his close friends on Instagram. And I be seeing like the pictures of him and his family. It looks so beautiful in DR. I'm like, nigga, you even coming back? Like, you forget the pod? Shit, we gotta do this shit. But what the fuck is going on? It's your boy Macky OMO. I said this like twice. And we are here. I got my boy Tank Top Daddy back in the motherfucking building, full effect. Shawny, Platinum Shawny, coming back from the Leviticus. And we got the razor sharp assassin with the clipper in Johnny B. the Bonanza Barber. Ooh! And we are the Paradise Podcast. What the fuck is going on? What What the fuck is going on? What episode is this? I totally forgot. 2. Yeah? Where the fuck you been, nigga? I forgot what episode this is. Hold on, I have to get the episode.
Just call it 2.
No, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Because last time you were like, what was it, episode 1? I said, yeah.
Dickhead.
Now it's episode 2.
Get out of here, bro.
We're starting over.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we
episode 45.
Paradise Plus. We're starting over.
I'm about to mute this motherfucker. I swear to God. Welcome to episode 45 of the Paradise Podcast. Hope you guys are doing well. I know we weren't here last week. A lot of people were busy doing what they had to do. It was John's 30th birthday. Let's give this nigga a round of applause. Hold up. John is 30. Finally joined the big boys.
Your back hurt yet?
That man, everything hurts.
Yeah, I gave you some knee exercises. I hope you've been doing them.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to, but that exercise you sent me looks official as hell. I was just like, oh, that is gonna hurt. Like
that's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but the guy that was describing the exercise was very thorough about it, though. I was like, oh, okay, this is real. This is an actual fight. At first, I thought it was a joke. And I was like, oh no, this is legit.
Yeah, you thought he was.
Yeah, he was like, no, look, you're gonna be doing these muscles, this muscle. You got to do this. You got to do that. Think about this.
Think about this.
Oh shit. It also helps that you use the weights and you do.
You got to get on either a book or something sturdy. I was like, oh, this nigga going. Let me send this shit to John. Nigga, John always complain about his knees. Yeah, let me help my brother out. But
that was very helpful.
But yeah, so we're here, episode 45. Excuse me, episode 45. And yeah, let's not even waste any time because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, so. What you watching, what you playing, what you reading, what you doing, or the reboot or recap.
Yo, my man never gonna get that right.
The recap.
We're not calling it that anyway, so I don't know why you.
What is it called?
We never named it. You was just like, no, I
like just saying it was
like
that. I do like saying it like that.
So I gave up. I just let you have it. We
the
never
remix.
Decided to call it anything.
All right, let me the recap. That's what John wants to call it, the recap. So what I've watched.
We never talked about it.
It's fine, John. It's fine. What I've been watching for the past, because it's been 2 weeks, so I definitely caught up on a lot.
Must be nice.
The nigga is mad at me because he wants to be a dad. Anyway, so listen, right? The Boys came out. So I watched The Boys. I watched all 3 episodes. Amazing. I actually caught up on One Piece. I saw the episode this past weekend, so I'm caught up. Yeah, shut up. I've been rewatching My Hero Academia. I don't know why, but I just wanted to rewatch it. And there's a lot of shit that I missed that I'm glad that I'm doing this rewatch right now. There's even an episode that I didn't even realize I didn't watch. I was like, I never saw this shit. But yeah, so I'm watching that. I watched the Obi Wan Kenobi, all 3 episodes. Another great show that's really, really good. I'm definitely hyped for Wednesday's episode. Caught up on Young Justice. I love that show so much. Shout out to I know John hasn't been watching it, but that shit is, oh my God, it's so fucking good. It's so good. It's like oh nah. Like you want a show to watch? You go watch me on Justice. You feel me?
I saw the first 2 seasons. They raise
the rating.
It goes crazy. So I watched Young Justice. Demon Slayer I did catch up on. I'm not done, but I saw some crazy ass shit last weekend, and I was like, damn. Though I see why the end of the season was like such a big thing when it first came out, because the beginning of the season was mad boring. I cannot lie to you. But as it progressed, it definitely got better and better and better. And I caught up on and actually finished Moon Knight. And that was pretty good too. Definitely better than what I expected. Another one that started out slow and got better as the episodes went on. And the games I played this weekend or for the past 2 weeks, I've been playing 2K. I'm in the NBA Finals right now. So yeah. And I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And I've actually been streaming that on the Twitch. You can go check that out because all the links are up in the YouTube and everywhere else we got them. And I've actually put in the streams that I've been doing on YouTube. So you can also go watch me stream and play that shit and die mad times. So yes, that's all I've been watching. What I did, as you can hear, I am sick. So I have been sick for the past week, so I haven't done shit. Shawny, what you watch? What you play? What you eating? What you doing?
Shit. I watched Baruto, One Piece. I caught up on on Young Justice this when I was sick because I had COVID the last 2 weeks. Oh, the inclusion, the story. It's like you remember I told you at the beginning it was like mad slow and I didn't know where they were trying to go with it. But as the episodes went, everything it made sense.
Yeah.
It all intertwined and it was nice flow. I give them the credit, but I was able to binge it. I didn't even know they were still giving new episodes. Honestly, now I have to wait.
Because they have to, what they did was they gave episodes up until like December, and then they went on that break and started up again in the spring.
See, I stopped after the first premiere, 3 episodes, and then I just waited. Okay. So I worked out. Like I enjoyed the binge, so that was good.
It's probably better to binge it anyway because
you're
not. Look, you know me. I hate waiting week to week to watch shit. But continue. Sorry.
Yeah. No, so I caught up on that. That was really good. I want to watch The Boys. I haven't gotten to it yet. I need to watch Kenobi. I haven't gotten to it yet. And I didn't even watch any of my animes this past Sunday. So it's just been mad busy. Reading, I read One Piece and My Hero last week. I have not read Tokyo Revengers in God knows how long. So I got a lot of catching up to do, essentially. Playing, I've been just doing Pokemon Go, and I've been fiending the shit out of Samurai Warriors 5. So I'm like, I think I have 80 hours in, and I'm about 50% away from going 100%. So we'll see how that goes. And then what I did this weekend, I had to take my girl to a bridal shower. So I had to do Pokemon Go Fest in Jersey. And then I took her at the end of the day back up here while playing Pokemon on some stops on the trip up. And then Sunday I had to go meet up with my best friend, who was an hour away because she flew in, play Pokemon over there, and then drop her off to the airport and then come back again. So I probably drove about 6-7 hours this weekend and managed to play Pokemon and all of that. So I am fucking crazy. Burnt, and I cannot just wait till tomorrow where I can go play in the park after work. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Sounds like you did a lot of driving, bro. With the gas prices the way it was.
I am waiting until I have to go into work on Thursday for my job because they reimburse gas and the ferry. So I'm gonna literally fill my tank up Wednesday morning and expense that shit to say I was my preparation for Thursday, because that shit is like $80 to fill up the fucking tank, and I'm gonna have them pay when I'm leaving the job to put more gas in and fill that.
Hell no, bro. And like, people be telling me, "Yo, Ugo, go get a car. Go get a car." No, I'm not doing that shit. Not with gas like this. I'll take an Uber. I'll walk. I'll take the train. I'll do anything else but drive, but get my own car. I'll fucking rent a car. I'll rent Zipcar, even though I hate them niggas. They don't make me pay for gas. But anyway, John, what you watching? What you playing? What you reading? What you doing? The recap.
Haven't done anything crazy. I did get a chance to just play like a couple of like pick up and play type of games. Like I haven't really played anything serious. Like I still go into Pokemon Sword because I'm still looking for Diglett in the Isle of Armor. I'm almost done. I got like 12 of those motherfuckers left and I can't fucking find them and they're pissing me off. But I got 12 Digletts left I'm looking for. I did a little bit of Xbox while I was getting my hair done a few weeks back. So I was playing Metal Slug 3. I was playing Hardcore Uprising, which is another like side-scrolling run and gun shoot 'em up type of thing, kind of like Metal Slug. And then I tried really, really hard to get back into the campaign for Halo. Just didn't have enough time to sit there and play it.
I still haven't played it.
So
I haven't even opened up the game.
Sorry. And then that's it for gaming. For anime, well, I'll save the anime, I guess, at the end. I would have been able to watch a lot more One Piece than I did. I watched a decent amount, but I would have been able to watch a lot more One Piece than I did. Don't give me that face. You're gonna be upset anyway because you have like high ass expectations.
No, bro. I want you to keep the amount that you're supposed to be watching. You're supposed to be at 9 to 10 episodes a week. So
and
at this
I
point, you
did
haven't
10
been here.
episodes over the 2 weeks.
That's
but I'm
bad,
explaining
bro.
why.
Oh,
but I'm
my
explaining why. Hush your face and let me get through. All right? Because I had to bargain. Because Stranger Things came out, and I am not done with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But that is like Sirmata's most favorite show of all time, is like Stranger Things. So I had to bargain, and I had to give her the Stranger Things time. So we spent a lot of time watching, and every episode of Stranger Things is like an hour and a half. And I'm just like, all right, so I'm basically watching a movie a night. So where I would have probably saw 3 or 4 episodes of One Piece, I was watching 1 episode of Stranger Things. And yeah. Plus all the stuff that I was telling you earlier happened between Sunday and today. So there wasn't really a whole lot of like even Sunday time to sit there and watch much of anything. So Stranger Things took away from One Piece, but I did see One Piece. I did get to see One Piece. I completely finished Plunderer. I don't know if I said that the last time. I said I was almost done with it.
Season 1, right?
You finished it.
Season 1. Okay, so I did mention that.
Yeah.
You said you watched it, but I don't think you finished it.
No.
I completely finished the first season now. So I caught up on those 24 episodes. That was a really, really good one. So I appreciated that. It's not as ecchi as you
That's
think
what I'm saying.
It's ecchi, but it's not
starts,
as ecchi
but it gets better as it goes.
It gets really, really, really interesting. Yeah. The characters are interesting. I tried to watch through 7 Mortal Sins. I'm trying to like get my next ecchi fix, but all these animes are friggin' garbage. So I tried 7 Mortal Sins, and I'm just like, eh. And then I just started up Serrano Kagura Shinovi Master. Because I'm familiar with the Serrano Kagura games. I haven't played them, but I'm familiar with what they are. And I figured the anime would be right up my alley. And it is. It's just censored. So I'm like, all right, I don't really care that much about the story to watch the censored version of this anime. So yeah, so there's that. So I got like 3 episodes in on that. And One Piece. Yeah, and One Piece. And that's it anime wise. And I haven't had a chance to read anything, but I started listening to something really interesting. Let me see if I can just pull up the details on it. But there's like an audio series that was exclusive to Spotify that I started listening to called Batman Unburied.
I heard about that.
So it's like an official Spotify original like audio program. And this is starring Winston Duke.
Ooh, from Black Panther.
Winston Duke, from Black Panther. He's Bruce Wayne in this.
Oh, I heard about that. About that.
And it's super fucking interesting.
I saw that on Facebook, I think.
I'm on the 3rd episode of that. There is 10 episodes in total. And so far it sounds pretty interesting. But if you have Spotify and you want to at least check it out, just to see what it's like, I started listening to that, and that's been pretty interesting. And I just really like the idea of Winston Duke as Bruce Wayne, because he genuinely sounds dope in this role. I don't know if we would ever see Winston Duke as Batman. But
yeah, the fuck right.
He's definitely Batman in this audio series, and he definitely does an interesting job as Bruce Wayne. So I started listening to that, and then I have like some like actual like hardcore reading that I have to do, like research and stuff that I have to do for some side project that I had to work on. But I decided that for pleasure reading, I'm not going to get into the comic book stuff just yet. I really wanted to bang this one out, which is, let me see if I can get. So it's over 9,000. This is by Derek Padula. So this is basically like a deep dive into that particular moment in anime history. because this is like one of those defining moments in Dragon Ball that kind of influenced other animes or at least pop culture in general. Everybody knows that it's over 9,000. Like, so it's basically like a nice little mini deep dive into that. It's not that big of a book, so it's a pretty quick read. I just haven't gotten to get through it. I bought this particular copy at Kamehacon in 2018 and got it autographed by Derek. So I met him at the show, got to talk to him for a little while, and then purchase a book that he was able to autograph for me. And I started it, but I never got a chance to finish it. So I want to start it from scratch and just bang it out kind of in one, like reading session. And that's going to be the next body of work that I tackle. So hopefully by the next podcast, I'll have at least some of it to say I read. But that's my goal. That's my reading goal. And that's about it.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody did something for the past 2 weeks that we haven't been here, so that's great. And we were able to finish that whole shit within like 20 minutes, so we can actually talk about what we have to talk about today. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. We're not going to do the versus battle today, and we're not going to do would you rather today.
Tom versus Jerry. Who you got? Just
I
pick
got
one.
Jerry.
Tom versus Jerry. You got Jerry? What about you, Shawny? Jerry? Nobody got faith in Tom? Nobody got faith in him?
My brown brother.
Tom's never getting that damn mouse.
Hey, don't put that shit on me. Don't you ever say the words Macky or something like that. Hey, yo. But yeah, so I'm gonna let one of you guys kind of take over this because I saw a little bit of basically, let me just introduce the topic to the audience. So I think we're gonna start with the Sonic Frontiers first, and then we're gonna talk about the Pokemon stuff afterwards.
Yeah, we could do that. I know more about the Pokemon stuff than the Sonic stuff.
I saw the Sonic, so I can talk.
I saw it. I could talk about it. But
did anyone see? Does anyone have any information on the state of play as well, or do you want to save that for another episode?
I saw it.
Yeah, we could talk about it. We don't need to watch the video. We just talk about what they talked about.
You could just pull up a list of
the
game reveals or something, and we can just.
Okay. So let's do the
opinions.
Sonic Frontiers first. Okay. So this game I believe they've been working on for how long? Like 2 years or something shit like that?
I'm not entirely sure what the development timeline was for this particular project. I know that they announced it at least a year ago.
Was it a year? I think
last year, maybe not a full year ago.
Yeah,
but they announced it last year.
It was either last year or early this year, but it was a while back. But essentially, it's an open world Sonic game. So
they're returning to 3D Sonic.
3D Sonic, open world. So imagine Sonic Adventure in the Mystic Ruin. If you ever play Sonic Adventure 1 on the Dreamcast, in Mystic Ruins, except now there's no stages. Everything is in the actual
blended into the world.
So there's parts where you can grind, there's parts where you can homing dash to get to area, there's parts where you have to run up a wall, follow the train of rings. There's these little blue tokens that you can collect. They didn't give really full information in terms of.
Is there any way maybe we can pull the trailer?
Yeah, I have the gameplay. I was just looking for
just have it.
How long they've been talking about this game? They started development on this game in 2018.
Yeah, right after Breath of the Wild, which is obviously what has influenced it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this was following the release of Sonic Forces. I remember this game. Okay, so damn, they've been working on this shit since then.
I mean, for what they were trying to do, I'm not mad at it because Sonic games haven't really been.
They haven't performed very well.
I haven't seen a Sonic game that hit in a minute. I cannot lie to
you. People that really like 2D Sonic had a lot of praise for Sonic Mania.
Yeah, Sonic Mania did its job. I think, in my opinion, the last one that kind of was good before that was 3D was Generations because it was a blend of the two.
I am
just completely.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But yeah, so this is the trailer or the gameplay. This is literally
it's like the combat gameplay.
Yeah, it's only 30 seconds.
This is interesting. You know, like I watched it when they dropped it on Twitter. I was able to see the video there, and then later on that day, I showed Sirmata this trailer because Sirmata actually is a big Sonic fan from her childhood, and her like return to Sonic game has always been Sonic Adventure 2.
Yes.
So we have it like on the Xbox, and she goes back to it from time to time, and we have it on the GameCube also. Um, but you know, so showing her the trailer, like her reaction was very positive because she also beat Breath of the Wild twice.
Damn.
And it was just like
Sheesh.
yeah, she just really likes the open world adventure kind of gameplay. So for her to see Sonic the Hedgehog in a world like that, where at least the gameplay from what they show us looks like fluid enough, like obviously a little bit of a learning curve, like figuring out like how to tackle the puzzles and how to tackle the combat and things like that. But everything is pretty you know, like set up like Breath of the Wild, like how Link just discovers things to do across all of Hyrule. So it's kind of the same. At least they're approaching it the same way.
Yeah.
And that looks interesting to me, but I don't have as much experience with Sonic games. Shawny, that's more like your forte, right?
Yeah, so that trailer that you showed, I didn't see because the one that I watched was the one that IGN did, where they gave
The
us
long one.
yeah, it was like 10 minutes of the actual like gameplay in the open world, and then you had another video that was focused on the battle system. So I've been playing Sonic since when I was young. My brother had like Sonic 2, and he could use the cheat codes and put it in to give you Super Sonic and shit. So and Sonic 2 released, well, I think Sonic 1 released like a day before the day I was born, so I was really on top of it. But from what I've seen from Frontiers, I really like it because I feel like ever since Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, we haven't really gotten a excellent 3D Sonic. We had Sonic the Hedgehog in 2006, and that was the one where he was trying to save the princess Elise, and there was a little controversy with the hedgehog kissing the girl, and that was its own thing. That game had potential, but the problem with that one was Sega was trying to release it by the anniversary and the game wasn't done. So they just pushed it out as it is. Camera angles were bad. Gameplay would get too fast that you couldn't keep up with it. It just ended up being a mess and failed miserably. Then we had
Sega has a
Habit.
yeah, thank you. That's the word. Has a habit of pushing out things before they're ready. I've
yeah,
noticed that.
That's a trend in the entire video game
yeah, a
industry
lot of
right now.
they,
Everybody for some reason thinks they need to release it right the fuck now.
yeah, and unfortunately, it's one of those things that like no, you just need to let it work and the thing. But back then, that was just what they were trying to do. It was been a while. Sega was trying to come back into the fray, and it didn't work out. As I was saying before, the last Sonic game that I appreciate that was 3D was Sonic Generations because it was a nice blend of the 2D and 3D, and it was a nice feel to it. So what I like about Frontiers is that you're getting a little bit of that Sonic Adventure feel while being modernized. I like how it's like, Sonic was simple. You run across the map, collect the rings, collect items, destroy the robots, and get to the end goal. Now we're in an open world where it's like you don't know. Well, from what we don't know what the hell is going on. He's in this world, but now everything is in the world. So you could be running and you can run up the hill. You can jump and grind and boost up the grind. And you have to like the gameplay showed you climbing up a mountain, and on the mountain there would be like little like diagrams that'll say, okay, you got to run on this, you have to homing attack these things, you got to grind, you got to go through the ring loops to get to the very top of it. So just those little things and being able to explore the world and run around as Sonic with the speed and such, it's mad cool. Like you don't know what's going on, but you're trying to like discover. It's like Breath of the Wild style. I thought it was very fluid, very nice. And then the battle gameplay was pretty dope. They showed us him fighting some of the villains, and he had to fight a boss. There was an ability where he can go and so there's an enemy that looks like an umbrella that has sharp metal, and you can't hit it with the homing attack. So there's an ability where Sonic runs around the enemy with like a light shining around his speed. And once you complete the circle, he does a quick run and he basically knocks the enemy from below into the mid-air, in which you can jump in the air now and hit the enemy with homing attacks and combos. Now they're using his speed as more of a combat system. So there's a moment where he like instead of people shoot projectiles, he's spinning in midair in a circle but kicking. So he's shooting fast kick flashes at the enemy now. So if he's doing a homing attack, now he'll do a homing attack, and the homing attack will turn into a combo where he hits the enemy, kick, hit, and then he'll do like a special. If you ever play like Naruto Ninja Storm, when you finish a combo, it goes into like a cut animation of that finish.
Mhm.
He essentially does something like that. Or like there'll be a certain enemy where you'll have it's all metal protected, and you have to basically wait. That was a little enemy that had all the balls on it, and you essentially would have to wait for the enemy to like disperse, attack it, and the electric field will come back up. So it's a lot more strategy now, and I think that as from what I see as the game goes about, Sonic is going to be able to learn a lot more abilities, and I just like the fact that it's like, hey, he's a hedgehog that uses his speed, but it's not about running in the homing attack anymore. Now it's about what can he do with this speed to attack these enemies and so forth. Thinking outside the box, and I think as the game goes about, he'll be able to learn new abilities, develop the skills and whatnot as we learn what he's doing in this world. But I'm all here for it, bro. Like I think this is the first time they actually are putting in the time, energy, and money into a Sonic game, and not just putting it out to commemorate an achievement or just to put it out because it hasn't been out. Like they're actually like
putting it out for the sake of it. Yeah,
exactly. Like we're getting a good full-fledged Sonic game, and I think it's going to do really good things. Open world has been doing very well nowadays. Again, we have Breath of the Wild. We got Elden Ring now that everybody and their mother is going crazy about, especially that it's like a Dark Souls style game.
Yeah,
but it's open world made by Square Enix. Like, so I think open world is the new thing. You put Sonic in open world, there's no more stages, but you put it into the field, and like I'm excited for it. My only fear is how far can they push it? How expansive will this world get? What's going to change up? You know, it's like if you play an RPG and you get an enemy.
That was one of the questions I was gonna ask. Like, will there be like DLC? You know, how far in the game? How long will it take a normal person to beat the game? Will it be something that someone can do over the weekend, or will it be like, something that'll be
games like that usually have a laundry list of shit you got to do just to complete. You got to collect a million of these and solve a million of these puzzles and do like at least Breath of the Wild is like that. It's a collectathon and a really, really, really long list of shit to do. So
sorry, I just no. Sorry, continue. My bad.
No, I was gonna say that this particular Sonic game will more than likely be a really long one.
Yeah.
But I'm just worried about if they don't necessarily have many changes of scenery. Like I would want to know how many different types of environments are in the game, and like like what will we see Sonic interacting with in this 3D open world, or is it all just gonna look like open grasslands, and like if have you ever played Starlink, or is it called Starlink?
No,
probably.
You tell me. You tell me.
Nah, it's a game. It's a game that I have on the Switch. It's on every game, but it's basically like you're in like a spaceship, kind of like Star Fox almost. And you're like on a big planet that basically functions like an open world, and you just do tasks while you're on that planet, but in the spaceship. But the thing is, like that one world will just be that environment all over the whole planet,
galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you go to a different planet and it'll look different, but while you're there on that planet, just everything just looks exactly the fucking same. Okay. So I would worry if we saw too much of the same scenery. I think the game would get very boring.
I think that's what I'm saying. That's my fear. Like, what are they gonna? I mean, granted, we just got the gameplay. Hopefully we're just seeing one part of it, and you can go to different areas and it changes because it looks like you're finding secret doors and you're doing all these puzzles to unlock different locations. So I'd imagine if we're seeing frontiers, you might fuck around and go to different actual areas that are not the same. But all we can do is wait and see. Hopefully. So far, so good. It looks good, but I'm just, like I said, I need to see what they're going to do in terms of longevity for it and how, where we can go.
Yeah. Okay. One last question before we move on to the next thing. Does anybody know who started like this whole open world craze? Was it Breath of the Wild? Or
Breath of the Wild in 2017? Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's where it started for real?
In that style, yeah. Everybody has had their Breath of the Wild moment recently. Like that might be a cool topic to explore, like in another video or maybe even on TikTok. But
Yeah, that would be a good
there are a lot of games
topic.
that have taken influence recently from Breath of the Wild, and a lot of companies want that open world,
That open world
magnum
type.
opus type of like, here is the
Yeah.
biggest project we've ever given you. Like, yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Nintendo gave everybody a big fucking cocotazo and was like, here, we do this, and put Breath of the Wild out there, and
So
made the example a pretty high pedestal.
So
I'll
like
tell you
you
one
can
thing.
I've never
Wait, what's
played
your
Breath of
question?
the Wild. Oh, yeah, I've never played Breath of the Wild, but because I know I've played Pokemon Sword and Shield, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like kind of open world type game. No,
No, that is like
That's
super
like
duper
that's
duper
more
linear.
linear. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
like
Very,
open world
very,
is the
very
sense that
linear.
you don't have
Go
to
in any
follow like a
direction at any
legitimate
moment
path.
you want.
Yeah, you could go
Like
fight the hardest boss if you wanted to, like an idiot.
you could just go. You go. The game starts and you're in the world, and you just go, and eventually you'll figure
oh,
it out.
okay,
Like yeah. It's really like the game is designed for you to go in any direction you want. You want to go and just do missions in any order, and then eventually, like once you start progressing through the story, you'll realize what you have to do and maybe what direction you have to go to progress the story. But you could just wander around for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and it would have no implication to the story itself. That's like an open world. Like you have access to everything.
So what about Kakarot? Would that
Kakarot
would
is
that be an
like
open world?
that. It's kind of like that just because of the way they design the maps, but it's not like a seamless open world. Like an open world experience is just like the whole game is accessible to you. I mean, as long as your character maybe has the right clothing to get through the wintry area, or you know what I'm saying, like something like that. Like those are the only things that prevent you from accessing certain areas, is like if you haven't defeated a certain boss, to get a certain item or do a certain thing. But at any moment you could just walk to any part of the map at any part. Like there's no using a hub world to get to a particular level or to get to a
Okay,
particular place. Like you're just in the game and the whole game is accessible to you the moment you're in it.
okay,
You have like a large world to explore.
okay. Shawny, did
Like
you have something
GTA.
else to say? Like GTA, that makes more sense. Okay,
Mm.
Shawny, did you have something else to say, or can we
No,
move on to the
I
next one?
think that's all that you can really say about Sonic. We can move on to state of play games, and
Okay,
those should
yep.
be quick.
So that one, yep, that's going to be quick. I already have it pulled up right here. These are all the games that recently came out. That PlayStation, of course, they had their
State of play.
which state of play, which was Thursday, June 2nd. So it'll be like a week. You guys will be talking about this
Mm-hmm.
a week after it came out. But these are some of the games that recently that they've dropped that said that they're going to do something with, whether it be they're dropping a new game or a game is coming to a different console or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Street Fighter 6. I know I'm jumping from Resident Evil because Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4 was like the most popular announcement of the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'd argue. Well, that's what we're here to discuss. But I'd argue that Street Fighter 6 got more.
yeah,
Street
that's
Fighter
what I was
6
gonna
got a
say.
lot of height. Like
Yeah. Like,
Those are definitely
but
the top two.
the top two.
But I saw a lot of polls that a lot of people were more excited for Resident Evil 4. That's regarded as like the best Resident Evil in the franchise.
So with Street Fighter 6, they've like some of the character designs have been released already.
Mm-hmm.
I think
They got
that's
leaked.
why.
They leaked almost the whole roster.
Yeah, damn near. And I think that's why it got so much hype. Now, I mean, I've never really played any of the Resident Evil games, so that is probably why I didn't really see anything about it. The only thing that really caught my eye was, of course, Street Fighter, because even though I don't play fighting games, that's one of the fighting games that even if you ever play video games, you know someone who plays Street Fighter. And of course, the Final Fantasy, and then the Horizon game, and Stray, which is excuse me, which is that game where you're like the cat or whatever.
You're the cat in a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk style world, essentially trying to navigate it. I'm so serious. That's literally the premise of the game, and that shit looks so fun.
Yeah, that
and they're already calling it the game of the year.
No, yeah, for sure, they really are. And of course, the Marvel's Spider-Man series is coming to PC. Those are like the things that really stuck out to me. Everything else I really didn't care about. So, I mean, if you guys want to,
like VR stuff and all that stuff.
I'll go through
like
it.
I said.
So, because the viewers, the listeners can't see what we're seeing. So, just a little background, like Macky said, it was State of Play that was on Thursday. A lot of people tried to kill it because it wouldn't get. People were looking for God of War. They were looking for Spider-Man 3, but people failed to realize that the PlayStation blog announces every Friday what the plans are, and they said that this State of Play was going to focus on third party and PlayStation VR 2, which, true to their word, stuck to that. Mm-hmm. And most people who are saying, oh, why didn't they talk about God of War? Because if you actually paid attention, you would know that any game has...
If you could actually read, motherfucker, they said third-party games. Stop being a dick. I don't like PlayStation. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. But you gotta fucking read and listen and follow directions.
And to piggyback off of that, essentially, God of War, when that comes out, it's coming close.
They are going to do a state of play for that, just for that.
Yeah, basically.
So, yeah. They're not gonna waste time trying to put that shit with all these other games. They're gonna say, look, we're doing a state of play just for God of War. And this is how it is. Or they're just gonna be like, God of War is dropping this date, this is a trailer, blah blah blah.
You're gonna get a state of play telling you everything, like the same thing they did with Horizon Forbidden West before it came out. But going back to the game, so again, basically Resident Evil 4 was shown, the remake. Everybody, you kind of knew it was coming. 2 came out, then you got 3, and as John mentioned, 4 was like the return of the franchise, and it was what, full 3D now. You can actually turn. You could do a lot more than you were able to do in the previous Resident Evil.
Yeah, it still had that really stiff aiming.
Yeah, it had the stiff aiming, but it was like full 3D, really good. Story was good. And the fact that now, like, because I think that was the first time they actually made it a little bit more action-packed, but this remake is supposed to like bring back the horror aspects of it, which I feel like if you take away the action, 4 was scary as fuck, and I'm excited because after you've seen what they've done to 2 and 3 for the remake, 4 is going to be fire.
It looks very interesting.
The release date's going to, I believe it was March 23rd of 2023, so. And personally, I love Resident Evil, but I'm going to wait for that thing to drop down to 20 or let them make the gold edition, because I am not dropping $60 and it just doesn't make any sense.
No, I get you on that. Now what we got? We got Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, well, and then real quick, so Street Fighter 6 got fully revealed. What's cool about this one is so in terms of the Street Fighter timeline, a lot of people are excited because this Street Fighter 6 is current timeline. Because 5 was a little bit before 3. Street Fighter 3 was the most up-to-date in terms of the story. So 6 is now the most up-to-date story in the timeline. It takes place in the Street Fighter lore currently. So basically this is like a sequel, quote, to all of them, but mainly to part 3. And that's where we're going. And this is the first Street Fighter where there's actually like a single player world tour mode, so it's not just going to be arcade mode. It looks like you're going to be able to create an avatar, and you can go and navigate the streets as a fighter on your come up, and you can go around. You can like use your moves to get around the city. You can challenge people on the street to fights. So it's really giving the game now its own identity, like a Street Fighter. And if you are a fan of Street Fighter 3 and the hip hop jazz feel that it had, this Street Fighter 6 is now that. So now it's going to be focused on you actually being in the city, in the story. Now it's more hip-hop experience, even the graffiti styles, the moves. Every time they have a new drive system, so they brought the parry back. It's a really good game. they're running it on the RE engine now as well, so everybody looks way more realistic. So if you're a fighting game fan, it's really dope. And one thing that they finally did with it is, and you can probably speak to it, John. I think does Fighter Z have like a modern mode or like a beginner mode for people to play, so they don't have to input the button combinations?
No, not to my knowledge. I haven't played the game enough to even know if there was an easier mode. I think it's all combo.
I think Marvel vs. Capcom did it.
No, there is an easier mode where you don't have to like be very skilled.
You just like instead of like putting down, right, and right in a button, you just hit down right in that one button and it does.
Yeah. There is an easier mode in Fighter Z. There is.
Yeah. So with Street Fighter 6 now, they have a classic they have a classic control style and a modern control style. Classic is basically if you're like a pro and you know how to do your Shoryuken, Hadouken moves, and you know the button inputs to do it. Modern mode now allows you to basically, instead of, you have a special button. So if you hit right and special button, that'll do Hadouken. Up and special button will do Shoryuken. So you don't have to do the button combination to do your special move. But now you would think that's cheating, because then how does it reward somebody for skill because they know the combos versus somebody who's new and doing the modern? With the modern control scheme, they took away the heavy punch and the heavy kick buttons. And now those are special buttons. So if you're a pro and you're a classic player, you have access to your heavy punch, heavy kick, and you can input your own combos and chain together different moves. But if you're a classic player, you're locked to whatever predefined combos they give you. So you can do punch, low punch, high punch, special move, special move, special move. And that's hard coded for you because you press a button and you press a special button and it does the combo. But with the classic, the person can do the same thing, or they can switch it up and add something in it so you can't see. And another benefit to that is that if you're an experienced player and you're playing against somebody using the modern control style, you know what combos they're going to automatically do because that's what they're locked to. So it kind of rewards you for learning how to play, but also if you want to just come in and just play the game and not want to become a pro, you have that option too. So I can move. Sorry, I've been watching a whole bunch of shit. The reason why it's trending is because apparently, like you said, the characters got leaked out with their new costume design, and the meme now is that Ken, he looks like he went through shit. Basically,
I've seen some of those.
Yes. So essentially, what happened with Ken is, as the rumor goes, is that his thing has always been about, he's always had a wife and a kid, but recently he tried to I want to become like Ryu, so he goes on trying to become the best fighter he can, and his wife gets upset, divorces him, and takes the child with him, which is why he looks so damn depressed in his new character model. And because now with this story that there is no more evil Ryu, because he was able to get rid of the ability that makes him do it, or he was able to cleanse himself essentially. Now this is what leads into us getting violent Ken in the storyline. So that's why everybody's been going crazy. Everybody's been putting the memes out there and whatnot. So sorry for the long tangent on Street Fighter. Moving on, we got to see Final Fantasy 16. I want to get your thoughts on it, John. I want to know what you think about that.
I don't know much about it. I mean, I saw the trailer for it. The Final Fantasy games nowadays are just, I don't know, just a little bit too much for me at the moment. I can never commit to how much time you need to put into a Final Fantasy game. It's for me, it's a little bit more daunting than playing a Pokemon. I can grind and run through Pokemon like nothing, but to sit there and run through a Final Fantasy game it just feels a little tedious to me at the moment. So I see something like that, and the story looks interesting to me. Doesn't look like a bad story at all. Just don't know if it's a game I'm gonna play anytime soon. I would probably wait until that's not even a Sony exclusive anymore.
I don't think it's exclusive this time around.
I think it's a timed exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
And Street Fighter is Sony exclusive now.
No, isn't that? So thank you for that. That's another thing. The reason why Street Fighter got so much hype is because this Street Fighter 5 was only exclusive to the PlayStation. Street Fighter 6 is now going to be on PlayStation, the Xboxes, PC, Steam. So it's basically across the board now. That's why it's everywhere. A bigger deal. And it opens up the community a lot more for it.
Gotcha.
Then
they did. Oh no, yeah. So that was my thoughts for Final Fantasy. I don't really have much to say about it. I don't know if that was the answer you were looking for.
No, yeah. For me, I don't know. It was a lot going on, and I'm trying to like figure out what the hell has happened. But from what I'm getting is like now their characters can turn into like the summons.
The summons.
They can become transform into them and shit. And I think you're like Ifrit or Baha. I think you're Ifrit. You could transform into him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
it's a lot.
I would have to rewatch the trailer to really like give you like my thoughts on it. But I haven't really like played a Final Fantasy from start to finish in like God knows how many years.
Got you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I like the franchise. You know, I'm definitely somebody that's pro Final Fantasy, but I don't have it in me to like really sit there and play through a traditional Final Fantasy game right now. Well, I mean, it's not traditional anymore, right? Because they do like action RPG style.
Yeah, it's more action RPG.
It's not turn-based style.
No, not at all. So we'll just a glimpse of the other ones. They talked about Horizon Call of the Mountain which is the PlayStation VR 2 exclusive. New weapons, and they have a new Walking Dead Saints Chapter 2 Retribution for PlayStation VR 2. No Man's Sky will be on VR 2. Stray looks just amazing. Cat in Cyberpunk World. That actually, I believe it comes out in July, but with the PlayStation,
I think it's going to be on the
it's going to be a day
plus one of the
day one exclusive when it comes out.
That's cool.
So that's dope. I'm excited.
He does not win our bet. Just to let you know, it has to be a Sony exclusive to come out day one on the platform.
So that's not a Sony exclusive.
I think Stray.
No, it's not. No, it's not. None of these are Sony exclusive.
Oh yeah, because the thing is,
we just said that.
Party.
Pay attention.
It's third party, but it could still
third party can still be exclusive because Street Fighter was exclusive last year.
Yeah, so Street Fighter 5 still be exclusive.
No.
Anyway, well,
it has to be Sony.
It depends.
Yeah, but I mean, Spider-Man's a Sony exclusive. Exactly. They're just announcing that they're putting it on PC.
It's no longer Sony exclusive.
I mean, after how long though?
Don't matter.
The point stands. Yes, you're right. The bet doesn't matter at that point. Moving on, they got so like John said, we got Marvel Spider-Man coming to the PC. They combined a skate park and like a skate park combat arena with guns called Roller Dome. That. It looked cool, but not like enough for me to go in. That just be something. If it's free, we all try. That's what I could do for that. The Callisto Protocol looked dope. That's to me is a Dead Space on fucking crack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry to let you know, just so we can get an understanding. I know I'm going back to this. I looked it up. Stray is not a Sony exclusive. It's also going to be on Microsoft Windows, so it's not a Sony exclusive.
Oh yeah. I don't really season A Letter to the Future. I wasn't feeling much about. There's Tunic, and there was a dating sim meet action adventure called Ether Nights. I mean, it looked like an anime post-apocalyptic dating sim, but it wasn't really. Yeah, it looks cool, but I don't know. I don't pay full price for a lot of games, and I definitely would not pay full price for this. But it looked cool. It was all right. Yeah, like.
Oh, that's that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's like part dating sim?
Part dating sim. You're trying to date in the post-apocalypse.
God.
Again, this is why I'm just like, it'd be great.
I mean, I'm the guy that's usually down for the ecchi, but like,
this
looks like like a dope ass game to throw in a dating sim. I don't got time to convince you.
Yeah, I was with it until they said dating sim, and I'm like, that just sounds like too much work. I enjoyed it like this,
bro. This shit looks like Scarlet Nexus. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, 100%. But that's all we got for that
game. Okay.
Overall.
And look,
State of Play did what it was supposed to do.
Oh, they're holding hands. Look at that.
God.
I would wait. I would wait till the game comes out, watch a little bit of gameplay, see what it looks like, and if I ain't rocking with it, I ain't rocking with it.
You're not, I can see,
bro.
Because I was playing like Haven for a little while, and that was okay, but that's like part exploration, part crafting, part dating sim, and I was just like, I don't play any of these three genres. I was like, I'm not gonna keep playing this game. I tried for a little bit, and I was like, nah, I don't give a fuck this much.
Sheesh. So. All right. So let's move on to the last topic we have for today.
Yeah.
And probably the most important topic, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other ones, we just had to get through them shits. But this is the one we've actually been waiting to talk about. So let's start it up with, the... Let me just get that shit. Oh, I thought he was doing something else. I was so confused. All right.
And another one. I don't got a visual.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I'm actually
and I was gonna say don't blast the music either.
No, yeah,
we're just gonna talk. Yeah, we're just gonna talk.
So, just to let the listeners know, the people who are listening, we are talking about Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet, which I'm getting Violet. I've already said that. So, they've released some gameplay for us.
Pause it, and then I can do this segment.
All right.
No, go back to the professor. I just want to say one thing. So here, people were going crazy for this new professor, yo.
The dude?
Yes. He was trending, yo. I was like, what is going on?
It's so bad to the point where I saw somebody that was just like, yeah, I really showed my barber this picture and told him I want this haircut. And then posted himself like with the haircut. And I was like, oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a thing.
You people,
I would not be surprised.
I am a nerd at heart. But you fucking people make me sick. You went to your barber and said, I want to look like this, nigga? Oh my god.
Professor Daddy.
I just want you to know
Professor Daddy is crazy. This is a basic ass cut.
Bro, I want you to know that is a very popular hairstyle.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like
basic.
That with the undercut, the slick back with the undercut into
that shit is basic. Literally everybody that goes to NJCU gets this fucking kind of cut.
Look,
that shit is not cool.
In my
niggas make me sick, bro.
To my knowledge, John, I think he's the youngest professor, right?
I have no idea.
Because although
because the professor in Sword and Shield, the professor in Sword and Shield was young too.
No, it was the old lady and her like granddaughter became the professor.
Oh, but yeah, she became the professor at the end. But yeah, she was a professor.
This professor, like he about to sell
Professor,
you like he about to scam you out of colognes.
Oh no,
scam you out of colognes and hair products in a kiosk in the mall in the middle.
Professor Duro, that nigga is definitely Puerto Rican. I know for a fact.
Well, this is supposed to be modeled off of Spain.
Oh, true.
So right here we see introduction of some new Pokemon. That's Palmy. So there's information on all the Pokemon they revealed in this little reveal trailer that they did. So this is gonna be interesting, right? Because
is that Pikachu?
The Pokemon, I think it is. The Pokemon Company has.
We got some black people. Yeah. Let's fucking go. No, I mean yes, but we had to make sure.
Yeah, we didn't know based on the original characters that they put out.
They're not going to stop doing it now.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I wouldn't be surprised. So Lechonk
with some black hair. Let's fucking go.
Lechonk broke the
internet. Yo, he was trending too.
Yep.
He was trending.
So just
the little pernin, like that motherfucker was.
Just so that way you know, in Spanish, lechon is little pig, right? It's also like what Spanish people call the dish of roasted pig. So like if you ever see like somebody roast a whole pig in Spanish, they'll just call it a lechon. So the fact that this Pokemon's name is Lechonk is extremely creative. So
What did they name the
God.
There was the chunk
and Smoliv is like a little
small,
olive.
like an olive.
He's a small
Yeah.
olive. His name is Smoliv. Yeah, so they've been getting creative with these Pokemon. Here at the end of the trailer, they do the reveal for the box legendaries. So the box legendaries look incredible. They look
Hard,
great.
yo.
It makes it really tough to pick which version you want to do. And they obviously are represented in two different themes. We have like the past and future with the red lizard. They're both fucking lizards. They're not like, like traditional dragons or anything like that. Like they're actual lizards. And one represents the past.
Was the red one
represents-
smiling? Oh, I'm
They
going
both
back.
were.
Nah, he made a little smirk.
Let's
You know,
see.
I'm
Go
not gonna
back.
lie. I did not see the little rocket pods on the future one.
Yeah, he did. He smirked a little bit at the end. Smirked a little bit at the end. And those are the cover box arts
with these
for
legendaries.
Scarlet and Violet.
Hard.
They both look really dope. I'm actually considering doing the double pack just to have both
Crazy.
versions of this one.
Rich niggas.
Just to put it in the collection.
Rich niggas.
This is far from it. But
I got that shit on deal, man. You don't gotta be rich. You just gotta pay attention for it.
Me.
Yep.
Let me know, Platinum Shawny.
So this is gonna be an interesting Pokemon generation. So they've already told us that this is gonna be open world, right? So this is the first time a true open world Pokemon experience. Did you pull up the Pokemon website that has any of the information?
You get the pictures
about what they were talking about. They basically are explaining a whole bunch of different things. There's going to be some multiplayer stuff that they added in. So maybe we'll get some details on that in here. That's Fuecoco. That's Crispin's favorite. Sprigatito.
He went crazy with the
with the quiff. He flipped his quiff.
Bro, I cannot wait to this. I cannot wait till this fucking game comes out, bro. I don't think y'all niggas understand.
That shit is hard, man.
I haven't pre-ordered a game since maybe 2K17. That was the last game I pre-ordered. Or no, maybe 16 or 15. That was the last game I pre-ordered, bro.
Here, scroll down. I want to read this little excerpt right here. This is interesting. So what I was mentioning about the open world. So it says that Scarlet.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks for Scarlet and Violet. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are the first open world RPGs in the Pokemon series. So as you enjoy the hallmarks of the series, meeting, teaming up, battling, training, and trading Pokemon, you'll be able to immerse yourself in a newly evolved adventure. So this is Game Freak confirming that this is going to be a genuine open world experience. So let's continue. Go down. They introduced this character. And then there you go. There's Turo.
I'm sick of this nigga, man.
So it says features two different professors. Which one you meet depends on which version of the game you choose to play. So you can find out about the new professors with Nimona, your friend, and I guess rival. Not sure.
Yeah.
So you can scroll down some more. We got Sara and Turo. Scroll back up all the way. That was it. All right. Scroll all the way back up because there was up a little bit more.
There was nothing else at the top.
Yeah, there was this little excerpt here at the top.
This was not at the top of that. This was
no. This one. Down.
This?
Down a little more. There was some scroll down. There was more information that I saw.
There is
that was it. No,
that's what I was saying.
Okay, no, the names. Go back up. Right there. Right there.
Here?
Stop. Yeah, the names of the box legendaries are here. So they were talking about the three starters, right? And then the new legendary Pokemon,
Quaxley.
Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley, the slick quiff duck.
Nah, that nigga is clean.
Swaggly.
So this was so waggly. So the legendary Pokemon are Koraidon and Miraidon. So Koraidon is the red one and Miraidon is the purple one. And yeah, that's basically it. So they gave us those nice little 3D animations of the starter Pokemon and everything. And showed us like some of the Pokemon we'll be seeing. We'll be seeing some Flaffy. We'll be seeing some Fletchinders. We'll be seeing some Fletchlings. You know,
Fletchlings.
Fletchlings. Some Pikachu action, all the good stuff. I like to see when they make differences between the two versions, right? So I like the idea of having two different professors for each version. They've never done that before. So this would be cool just to see if they're different characters or if they're literally the same character, just reskinned for each version, which I would be disappointed in, but I would expect it.
Yeah, I don't expect anything less.
So this is just gonna be interesting. There was something that I was reading about where they were talking about the multiplayer thing that they got going on. So you're gonna be able to play with 4 people, I think in total, online. Here we go with the multiplayer experience. So it says will allow multiplayer gameplay with up to 4 players. Along with series staples such as trading and battling Pokemon, you'll be able to explore the various locations of the region in these games with other players. So you can discover new Pokemon and explore unfamiliar areas with your friends and family, opening the door to an adventure more precious and fun than ever. Okay, blah, blah, blah. But that means technically we can all just jump into a session and play together.
It's going to be very interesting.
That would be very interesting. And we would realistically only need one person's footage of that. So this is cool here on the right hand side of the screen. It looks like there's a Pokemon Center hub that's there, and it looks like you can either heal your Pokemon, buy items, and the last shop looks like it might be for clothing. I think it's cool. Rather than doing like the Pokemon Center as a building, they're making it like a quick little kiosk that you walk up to, you take care of your shit, and you keep it moving, which is cool. I think it streamlines that process. I like the idea of playing with 4 people. I would love to see if they made that online experience cool, because when you play online and Sword and Shield and you're in the wild area and you just got 1,000,001 people just racing all over the screen at once, and it starts freezing and slowing down and the frame rate gets choppy, and like it's a little hard to play without feeling like you're gonna be sick to your stomach. But if they fixed it and it runs really smooth, this 4-player multiplayer part of the game might be really interesting. It might be something cool that we could do as a podcast together.
Word.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm with it. I'm gonna be in Africa, but I'll be with it, man.
So let's scroll down a little bit. Let's see if there's anything left here to go over. No, that's it. Just the multiplayer stuff. Wait, go down. We got just some images here. It looks like when you trade Pokemon, you're gonna be in the world itself, and you can initiate the trade, and it looks really cool. So they've done a lot of stuff with the animations. They've done a lot of stuff with the mechanics. So it looks like it's going to feel a lot different than other traditional Pokemon games. And they also mentioned that since this is open world, you should be able to tackle the gym challenge if it is an official gym challenge, but you should be able to tackle the challenges, right, of the region in any order that you see fit. So this is going to be a very different Pokemon experience, but I'm very excited to see how this plays out. And that's kind of the reason why I think I might want to have both versions of this game. Just because I might want to complete a Pokedex, or at least complete a regional dex, and being able to capture the exclusive Pokemon from one region, throw them into Pokemon Home, and then transfer them over into the other one might be pretty dope. So we'll see how we can do that. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this generation. That's why I've been playing some of the older generations, just so I keep my battle skills sharp. But but that's really it. I don't know. Do you guys feel more excited for this game? Equally excited for this game as you were with the first reveal? Like any of the details? Good news, bad news? Like
I mean, for me, I'm just No, it all looks good. I'm just gonna be interested to see how the multiplayer works because 4-player co-op. Does that mean like you're gonna be doing raid battles or you're just gonna be battling on your own on the side? Like those are things that like
Yeah, like the intricacies of how it works.
yeah. And I just feel like I don't know, like I feel like I know Arceus wasn't that long ago, but it's like I said before, I feel like they just like shitting these regions out.
It's probably something that was in the pipeline for a while. Maybe Arceus had got pushed back a little bit more than maybe they originally intended. We were probably supposed to get Arceus maybe last year.
Yeah, I
And
think I might have to agree. I mean, what do you call it? Sword and Shield came out in 2019, so we probably supposed to get Arceus maybe like the end of 2020, early 2021, because this is not coming out to the end of this year,
yeah,
Q4. So
When did
I
when did we get the DLC for Sword and Shield? The Crown Tundra.
the Crown
20
Tundra.
2020, I think, or
No,
early.
it was I think,
Because I was
yeah, I
like, that
think
was June of
2020.
last year, wasn't it?
For the second half, I think the first half came out. Jesus, no, it was probably 2020. Yeah,
I think it
it
was
was
2020.
2020.
Hmm. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they're just shitting them out. I thought they could have bled out Sword and Shield a little bit longer, maybe like another DLC or two, and then like I
Nah,
thought
I
Sword and
think
Shield was meant to be
Yeah,
to
they
be
came
one of
out.
the
They
last
came
last
out.
one.
They came out in 2020.
Oh
So I think
damn.
Arceus was supposed to come out last year, but with COVID and everything, they probably had to push it out. So this feels on time. And plus, I think Arceus was, even though it does seem like it seems like it, but you got to remember, like we were literally in a pandemic for like 2 years. So there's a lot of games that they probably wanted to give us last year, the year before that wasn't able to
that,
come out
yeah, ended
because
up ended up getting pushed to this year.
yeah. So
So
that's why it seems like a lot of shit is happening as far as gaming like this year more than the last maybe 2 years or so because we barely got the only games that I know for a fact that we got that was consistent was like 2K and FIFA.
yeah.
And maybe like some other games, but those are the only games that I know that come out every single year. 2K and FIFA.
So I guess the last question I got for it is, what do you think the longevity, being that it's an open world game? I feel like you can like how Breath of the Wild has still doing numbers. Like, how long do you think this Pokemon can hold Nintendo over or Game Freak in that regard?
But it depends if they do some really good DLC for this, right? Where they just add new parts to the open world that maybe have a lot more story missions or something like that, or even new challenges. It would do well if they go back to having like a battle tower or a battle facility of some kind. Like that might
Coliseum, yeah.
just something where like it gives like players a lot of post game stuff to do. It'll have a lot of longevity. um I need to see more of like what's going on, and they're strategic. They're not going to show us shit. We're probably not going to get something until the fall,
Yeah.
right? Well, we'll get another update, and then right before the winter, where they start pumping out all the advertisements for it. um but I would need to see more to see what I think it's gonna do longevity wise. But if the content of it holds up, the post game is meaty, and they're able to expand it a little bit more with at least one DLC, this game could last a while before we see the next one. And that is if the next one is even on the current Switch. Because if they're told that it might be too close to the end of the console's life cycle, they might want to wait till whatever we get
Yeah,
after the
debut with the
Switch,
next
and that'll be
system.
the first Pokemon on that console, and then that'll be
Yeah, I mean, I might have to like second. I just have to. It's kind of like a wait and see. I need
More
just
mechanics, more yeah.
more information on the game. But I am excited. I said since the last the reason why I got the Switch was to play Pokemon again because again Pokemon was like the one of the first games that I grew up on as a youngin playing video games. So to have the ability as a grown up with grown up money to spend my grown up money to buy a fucking Pokemon game, to me it just like it just comes around full circle. It just makes me feel like, like I can still be a kid again and play games that remind me of, those times where I would be late at night in my room playing fucking Pokemon, grinding, trying to get my Pokemon the strongest so that I couldn't, do whatever I have to do. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. I can't wait till it comes out. Once I get paid, I'm putting my pre-order in. I'm getting this shit like as soon as that shit drops. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna get the actual game. I'm not gonna get the like the downloaded version. I'm gonna like actually
buy the
get
physical.
I'm gonna buy the physical copy because I prefer because I have the physical copy for the sword for Shield. I have Shield, yeah. I think I have the physical copy for Shield, so I'm definitely gonna do it for this one. I'm just excited. I can't wait.
Dope.
But with that being said, you know what time it is, and I know Shawny has to be out, so everyone say bye to Shawny. Bye, Shawny.
Sucks that you're not gonna be around for this one.
Oh, I'll watch and talk shit in the comments.
Yeah, do that.
Good luck of dodging the spoilers. Good night.
No, I'm not. Good night, bro. Jeez, he bounced out. So it's just Johnny B and Macky. And you know what time it is. It is time for the One Piece segment of our podcast.
Good. Thank you for Zoros.
Because I know I purposely chose him. I know you saw some shit.
I don't know what you're talking about because
say no more.
Because the arc ended and then like nothing happened. We just went to the next arc.
Cat.
we went to the next arc, bro. That was it.
Yeah.
Thriller Bark ended. Everybody woke up from their naps, refreshed, ready to go.
refreshed,
ready to go. And
how did everybody wait? The last time you left
they
us,
hit the sunny, and then that was it.
Hold on, time out. Where you left us last time, nobody was napping. So
no, I know.
What the fuck is you talking about?
So the last time we did the review, I was on 376, and now I'm on 386. So yes, I should have been maybe another 10 episodes further, but I needed to take a small break in my deal, my compromise. So where we're at is already after the conclusion to Thriller Bark, and we are now in the beginning of whatever this new arc is going to be, which I am figuring out what it's going to be called, I guess, because I don't really know what it's going to be called just yet. Because every time I think we're going to Fishman Island, apparently we're never going to Fishman Island. Like, it's just like, God damn, like it turned into another Alabaster where they were just like, oh yeah, we're going to Fishman Island in like 300 episodes. We'll see you there. They're like, Jesus Christ. So I hate having those long-term goals in the narrative because it's like, why are we even talking about it then if we're never gonna fucking get there? So it's like, so I don't know what this arc is called just yet. But I was almost positive I was in Fishman Island until I had a customer sit in the chair and I was telling him about where I had gotten to in the story. And then he was just like, no, you're not even close to Fishman Island. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean I'm not even close to Fishman Island?
Bro, there's
like,
mad
yeah, no,
shit
you
that
didn't
has
see
to
this
happen.
or this. And I was just like, or this?
Yeah, no, there's match stuff. You're at a very good part though.
I'm
You're
like, all right.
where you are. You're not even gonna, bro. Like I said,
it's not
don't
like
even think about.
give that
Don't think
much
about
of a shit about seeing Fishman Island. It's just
Yeah,
that they
don't
keep
even
talking about that's where the fuck we're going. So I'm like, all right, I'm waiting to fucking see it because we keep talking about it. But it is what it is. So so we got a chance to see the conclusion to Thriller Bark, and in my opinion, I found the entirety of the arc to be very humorous and very funny. There were a lot of moments that like I liked the characters and their interactions with each other. The last time we talked about One Piece, we laughed about their tactics number 15, where they became like big straw hat, like a battle robot thing that they wanted to make. So like some of those moments are really funny. Usopp's fight with Perona was really funny. A lot of that stuff was very comical and was enjoyable because of the comedy. I was impressed by the way that Oda was able to make the zombie concept work in a way that makes sense to One Piece. So I like that. I don't like necessarily, I get it, right? Because I know that characters come back and become important or become useful and helpful in other ways in the future, right? But I don't like how everybody always survives everything. Like the people that you think are not going to survive, they survive anyway. And then
what do you mean by that?
So towards the end of Thriller Bark, we have a scene where Oars steps on Dr. Hogback. But Dr. Hogback is alive at the end of the arc. And he's pulling Absalom out of the rubble, and it's just like, we gotta bounce. Thriller Bark is done. It's over. Like if you want to live, you better come with me. If not, I'm out. And then they made it seem like the two of them were gonna bounce without Moria, and then they dragged his bitch ass out of there too and had him on the boat. So we get to see the conclusion of the battle that Luffy had with Oars and Moria inside Oars. And Moria has this thing where he has a huge amount of pride and overconfidence in his own abilities, and wants to show Luffy like, oh, you think you're the shit because you took 100 shadows? Like I could take 1,000 shadows. Like, and then he just becomes this big, gigantic mess of a shadow carrying, creature thing. He can't even really move with all those shadows in there. And, Luffy does the thing where he hits the villain really fucking hard and toppled the mast over Moria, landed on his stomach, and he spit all the fucking shadows out while everybody was disappearing, and everybody got their shadow back. Moria got winded the fuck out because Luffy does the thing where he hits the villain really fucking hard. And that's definitely, I will say this, that is the one thing Luffy and Goku have in common.
Mm-hmm.
Their way of winning the fight is to hit the villain really fucking hard. That is always the way they do shit. So
how else are you gonna win a fight?
That beam struggle, maybe. Gohan, that motherfucker.
Beam struggle.
Father son Kameha, that motherfucker to smithereens. Come on, we saw Cell disintegrate. We saw Goku freaking disintegrate Frieza until they retconned him and brought him back again. We saw Trunks slice Frieza in half and then blow his ass to smithereens right after it. Like, I want to see.
And they still brought that nigga back.
I want to see someone get blown to smithereens in One Piece. Okay, like that's what I don't want. I don't want to see that person get defeated in battle and then get carried away by their comrades at the end of the fucking arc. It's like everybody survived. We all went to hell, beat each other the fuck up. Nobody died. Don't worry about it. We'll be back 300 episodes from now. I get it. It's cool. It makes good stories, but I want to see somebody die.
So do you think right before you continue, this is a question I have to ask you. Do you feel like that does not create stakes in One Piece because nobody dies?
Yeah,
for where you are.
I just feel like for the intensity of some of the situations and for some of the hatred that some of these characters harbor for one another, you would expect one of them to die at some point. even with as beat up as these characters get, and they all just miraculously heal.
Not miraculously.
Like, yeah, obviously they mention how long it takes the characters to feel better, but like these characters, like Usopp will be in a full body cast. And then like, the next arc, and he's just like, I'm Captain Usopp again, bitches. Like, bro, like you was in a whole body cast, bro. You haven't mentioned not one achy body part on you. Bro, like your nose was broken 2
His
arcs
nose
ago.
was broken. Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, and your nose, it looks normal as shit now. That shit should always look crooked forever. And it doesn't. As many times as they've swung baseball bats at his fucking nose, like he's had that nose broken a lot. It should not be straight anymore. But
remember they got the world's greatest doctor.
They got Chopper. Tony Chopper. So, by the way, before I continue with the review, I went ahead and I YouTube searched a couple of scenes in the English dub just to hear how some of these characters sound. And as much as I love the cast of Dragon Ball, because I associate them so greatly with their Dragon Ball roles, I cannot take them as these One Piece characters. They just, some of them don't fit, in my opinion, right? So I'll give you an example. I was going to give you the example, right? The one person that I don't like his voice at all. No, for Sunny Straight, Sunny Straight does an awesome job with his characters, but he also does sound too much like Krillin for my liking. But that's not even the bad part about Usopp. Like that, like for me, the one character. We'll leave Usopp for a second. The one character that I don't like is Chris Rager being Frankie. So Chris Rager is the voice of Hercule and Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So Chris Rager, and I didn't even look this up. I just heard the voice and I know him already. I knew it was him. Yeah, I knew it was him.
Oh, that is Hercule's voice now that I think about it. So because I've been watching the sub, so I haven't really been hearing the English dub a lot. Yeah. But now that I remember the English, because the sub, is how
Frankie.
Yeah, like that's how I remember it. That's how I remember it. But now that you said it, that does sound like Hercule. I thought you were going to say Zoro, to be honest with you.
Because Chris Sabat actually does a pretty stoic type of samurai character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like it doesn't. But I do think that he makes Zoro sound much older than he should be. That's my only negative criticism for Sabat's Zoro, is that Zoro sounds too old to be Zoro. Like Sabat has like a much older samurai type of demeanor to his voice. So just playing 16-year-old Zoro or 18-year-old Zoro, however old he is, he just doesn't sound like a teenager to me. He sounds like a grown-ass man. So that kind of takes me out. I think the Japanese actor for Zoro does a better job of capturing a younger voice, but still like a stoic and serious, like edgy kind of like character. I think his voice in Japanese is pretty spot on for what I see on screen. Like like what I hear reflects what the character looks like. And Christopher Sabat does a good job, but just not my favorite. But Chris Rager doing, Frankie just didn't like. He tried to make him sound like the American tough guy, because Chris Rager does, because I get it, right? That's what Frankie's a caricature of the American badass, right? But like the problem is that like Chris Rager does this thing where most of his characters sound like Randy Savage. Right? Yes. Right. Like, and I've met Chris. He's a really cool guy. Like he's pretty funny, and he knows his shit when it comes to acting. He teaches like acting classes and stuff like that. So I'm not taking any credit away from his work or his skills as an actor, but just his choice of voice for Frankie was just a little too similar to Hercule for my liking. Like, I like that voice for Hercule. I wish maybe he would have done something a little bit different for Frankie. Something maybe a little bit playful. Like the scene that I got to see was when he was telling Chopper to get him cola out of the refrigerator, and Chopper kept giving him random shit. And he was just like, no. He's like, I need cola, damn it. And I'm just like, oh man, like it didn't hit the same for me.
So the thing is, right, with just so you can go back to like your explanation, because there's still a lot more that you have to tell us.
Yeah, I haven't got to the juicy
you haven't even gotten to the juicy part yet. So, but just really quickly, in the SBS, when in the manga, the SBS, they asked Oda what would these characters be if they were like in the Earth that we see it today. And of course, Frankie is American, just like Zoro is Japanese. Sanji is French. I think Nami is German.
Robin should be like Spanish, right?
No,
like, she looks Spaniard.
She's Russian.
Russian?
She's Russian. Yeah.
But like her powers are in Spanish, like the way she.
I think she's. Again, I can't remember exactly. I can definitely look it up while you're.
Like when she uses her flower, her bloom technique. You know, like she's like all of her moves are in Spanish. Like Sanji's moves are in French. Like when she goes cien fleurs, like that's like 100 flowers. That's what she's saying. Like,
hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find it.
Because that's, I mean, it's interesting. If she was anything other than Spanish, I would be like, like Spanish, like Spaniard from España, like that kind of Spanish.
Yeah. So okay, so I have it here. Luffy is Brazilian. Zoro is Japanese. Nami is Sweden. I was wrong. Usopp is African, of course. Sanji is French. Chopper's from Canada. Robin is Russian. Frankie is American. And Brooke is from Austria. This is what Oda said.
Listen, I'm not saying that he didn't say that. If he said it, he said it. But yes, Robin would work much better as a Spaniard than a Russian.
You'll understand why he's saying that as you watch.
I get it, but then why make her speak Spanish? Then make her speak Russian.
It might be like Latin.
might be a great observation you made there.
Might be Latin, not Spanish that she's speaking. But please, because you have more to say, and we don't have that much time left.
No, so because nothing happened. We're in the new arc.
Oh my god!
So you know, they defeated Ors and Moria, and everybody got their shadows back. And then that was when Nami tells the crew, I almost forgot to tell you that there's another warlord that's here. And we've got a really big fucking problem, because I don't know what the fuck he did, but he just made somebody disappear. And they were like, you forgot? and they was like,
that just slipped your mind?
That like, what? Like, and so Kuma, right? That was the
Barth. Oh, I think it's Kuma. That's his
Kuma.
Name.
And
Bartholomew Kuma. I think that's
Bartholomew Kuma. So Kuma reveals himself, right, as a person there, kind of watching everything go down, and basically tells everybody like, cool. Now I gotta kick your ass because the government told me to come over here and keep y'all from doing any more damage, because we can't have you guys responsible for taking out 2 warlords, because not one, but 2. Now we have a big problem. So they want to even pretend that Mordia hasn't been defeated and that he is still in his seat. They want to just have it be like he's just taking a little break somewhere. And
you got that nigga on suspension.
Yeah, he's taking a nice little vacation. He's remodeling his home. And so he gives them that whole explanation. And Zoro takes the responsibility of saying, like, I need to face him because everybody else is already trashed. We're all defeated physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, the battle is over, and now we have another ferocious battle right in front of us. And as the warrior of the crew, I'm the one that should face him. And then everybody gets knocked out, right? Because he shows off the power of the pawpaw fruit, right? So he's basically like pushing air, right? Like with the paws. Like if I'm assessing it correctly, I know he can push other things, right? But I'm saying, like, when he was doing most of the attacks that he was doing, it was basically like him pushing the air, right? Because that was how he was able to make that explosion happen. Because he was compressing the air together.
I don't want to spoil anything for you.
That was what they were explaining it, and
that's what he explained.
That was how he explained it.
Okay. So,
okay.
It's a well, I don't know if they haven't really explained too much of the different types of devil fruits.
I know of the 3 types, like the Logia, and I can't remember the other 2.
There's Logia, Paramecia, and shoot, what was the other one? Why can't I remember it? Logia, Paramecia, and like this is the animal fruit that Zoan. Thank you, Zoan fruit. So the pawpaw fruit, or the Nika no Mi, is a Paramecia fruit. And it gives the user the ability to repel everything they touch.
Repel, that was what it was. He was repelling the air, and that was what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was like some sort of like forceful nature to it, and that's what it is. It's the repel.
Yeah, it gives the ability to repel anything the user touches. That's what it does.
So he's very skilled with his devil fruit. It's also very unique, right? Like, I like Oda's way of showing us some of these like really interesting concepts with very novel ideas, right? Mm-hmm. Like if somebody said like this, I want the superpower to be able to repel shit, you'd be like, the fuck is that?
The fuck is that?
But like, I could repel anything. Like you'd be like, okay, you little fucking jumping 6-year-old. like
that's cool.
But Oda makes something like that actually make a whole lot of sense and could be potentially really dangerous and badass at the same time. So I appreciate the creativity here. So this is a really dope devil fruit power. So everyone is knocked out by a really large explosion that Kuma does when he repels like the air in a particular space and creates like this fucking little ball that eventually explodes, and everybody gets knocked the fuck out. And then that was it. And then everybody woke up, and for some reason, Luffy feels great.
Stop, bro. You're really starting to piss me off, bro.
Because nothing happened.
All right, everybody. It's been a great podcast. This nigga's being a fucking dick. Bro, say what the fuck just happened, because some real shit fucking happened. I've been trying to keep quiet and not spoil shit right now, because I know you know what happened.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro, because nothing happened. All right? Nothing. nothing happened. Okay, if you a Straw Hat, you'll know that nothing happened.
Yo, you're really starting to fucking piss me off, bro. You're trying to piss me off. Say what the fuck. Say what the fuck happened, bro.
You got me dying over here. Jesus.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga, bro. Say what happened.
Alrighty. So, what really happened? All right. was that?
Like I'm fucking pressing him to say what happened, nigga. I know you're excited because what happened was crazy. You was not expecting none of that shit.
I wasn't, but I was at the same time, only because Twitter had spoiled that moment, but I never knew when it was coming. I never knew like when in the anime I was ever going to get that, because everybody's just, oh, those who know that nothing happened. Like everybody was just like, you know, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get nothing happened. Didn't see shit.
Fucking Zoro shit, bro.
So that was actually like a really, really big moment for Sirmata. She was definitely like overjoyed because Zoro's her favorite Straw Hat. So yeah, Zoro's her favorite Straw Hat.
Real niggas in the motherfucking building.
And so what happens is that hold on, do you hear anything in my mic at all? No? Okay.
I just hear you.
Sounded like there was like, I don't know, a noise in the background that startled me. So what the fuck is that? Oh, I hear it.
Okay, I heard that.
You heard that? Yeah, I think it's like somebody's brakes outside or squeaking loud as hell. But
Jersey City,
my window's closed too, so those some fucked up ass brakes.
Nah, they definitely need to go get that shit checked immediately.
Just throw the whole car away.
Yeah, please.
So Zoro wakes up after the explosion and can barely move, and decides that he still needs to confront Kuma because he's the only one at this point that has any strength to even stand on his own 2 feet and try to protect the rest of them, even though he's pretty sure he's gonna die, but he's not gonna just allow someone to do whatever they want. He's gonna die fighting rather than just sit back and watch someone, harm the crew, especially Luffy. So he's there talking to Kuma about making a deal, like, hey, listen, if you promise to not hurt Luffy, you can hurt me instead. Like you can torture me, you can do whatever you want to me, but you leave the rest of them alone. And Sanji's awake at this point and doesn't want Zoro to have his moment. He wants to butt in and tell Zoro, like, no, you always trying to do this shit. Cut it the fuck out. Like, you want somebody from the crew, you take me. And then and Zoro had to shut him the fuck up. Aired him the fuck out.
Put that nigga to sleep.
And put him back to sleep. And was just like, all right, so where the fuck were we? And he threw his swords down, basically surrendering to him. It's like, listen, I'm not gonna fight you. This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna kill me instead, and you're gonna leave Luffy alone. And for whatever reason, and I feel like I'll learn more about this character and more about what's going on, because they allude to him having a different kind of nature than maybe some of his counterparts. But for whatever particular reason, Kuma decides that he wants to indulge Zoro. And instead of just straight up killing him, he says, okay, here's what we're going to do. He goes over to Luffy and picks him up and puts his paw right over his chest and then repels a giant pinkish reddish bubble of all of Luffy's pain, his physical pain, and I guess suffering, if you want to add that word to it. But basically, a bubble of all of Luffy's pain and damage he accumulated during the fight with Oars and Moria. And he tells Zoro, what he had just did. He said, this is Luffy's pain and damage that he just took from the recent battle, and I'll give you a small taste of it. And he grabs a small little bubble from it and gives it to Zoro, and Zoro felt like the wrath of 1,000 strikes. It was just like, like
that shit. You know what's really funny about the animation back then? That shit looked like it fucking electrocuted his whole fucking body.
Yes.
That shit looked insane. Oh my god! Like when I was watching that shit for the first time, I felt that pain because the way that shit was just like the animation on that shit, and that shit is from like how many years ago?
Well, that's because you can tell. I was wondering why the fuck this episode started, and I could immediately tell that the animation quality was different. So they had like Toei does this where they wait for particular moments where they hire their most valuable animation staff to work on a significant episode. So they do this for like big boss fights or whatever. So I didn't know why the fuck this was like cinematic quality animation when this episode started. I was like, this episode looks clean as fuck for no reason. Like, what the fuck is happening in this episode? So when all of that shit happened, I was like, oh, that's why they made this episode animated the way that they did. Yeah. So they got all the best guys to work on this one. So Zoro takes the pain, and Kuma tells him, I don't have to kill you. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take all of Luffy's pain. It will be so much that you won't survive anyway. So I don't have to kill you. You agreed to take Luffy's pain. So this is how Luffy will live, and you will die.
You will die.
So he says, all right, I'm going to take Luffy's pain, but I don't want to do it here in front of everyone. So they go to a secluded area a little bit far off to the side, and Zoro jumps right in. Lunges right into the bubble.
Two hands
first. Jumps right into the bubble, takes Luffy's pain, and for whatever amount of time passes, because they don't tell us how much time has passed, just time, I guess, has passed. Kuma agreed to leave the Straw Hats alone if Zoro took all of Luffy's pain, which is a little sadistic, right? Like, and really playful in a sense. Like, that's a gamble and a half. I guess maybe he was confident that pain would kill Zoro. And like I said, like something that should kill a character just fucking doesn't. Like, never. Just like being stepped on by a giant, just no, not dead. Like, there's just so many things that like happen to these characters, just not dead. Just fuck it, because no one dies. No one has to die. Why? We all live happily ever after.
There is a theory that Zoro actually died. He died when he got hit by all that pain. But you've been watching One Piece long enough, so I can tell you a little bit about the theory. I love it when you get to these parts where I can kind of give you like a little
bit of
backstory. Yeah. So this one is a theory. This is like a fan theory, and I personally believe this theory because it makes sense, and I wouldn't be surprised if Oda would tell us that this theory is true. But basically, he actually died. He died when that happened. But Zoro has a terrible sense of direction. So when he tried to find heaven or hell, he landed back in his own body. That's literally what people tell me. And hey, I believe it because that motherfucker doesn't know up from down.
Yeah. Wow. That is true. That is very true. But, after some time has passed, everyone comes to, and for whatever particular reason, right? Luffy feels way better than he did like before anything happened. Like he woke up and he felt light as a feather. He felt great. He was hungry. He was ready to go. Everybody else was obviously still sore and beat up from the fight.
No, but Luffy was feeling like a fucking $1,000,000.
And everybody was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Why is Luffy on 100 right now? Like, you are too happy for all the shit we just fucking went through. Like, this is not normal, even for you. And, you know, then Sanji, you know, the worry wart that he is for his best friend Zoro, decides to go looking for him because he wanted to know what the fuck happened after Zoro knocked him out, because he knew that they were all going to die. Kuma would have been able to successfully kill everyone. No problem. No questions asked. So what happened? Where did he go? And then eventually stumbles across Zoro in an entire field of blood. Not even like a little puddle of blood, like the whole field he was standing in was drenched,
Was bloody
in blood, and he looked like he had been tortured for months, like just tortured and beaten and tattered and barely clinging to his life. And Sanji, you know, asks him, dude, what happened? And, you know, Zoro's answer was nothing. Nothing happened.
Because nothing happened.
Like I was trying to tell you earlier, nothing happened.
I know what you was doing, motherfucker. I wasn't here for that shit.
Just trying to tell you that nothing happened. All right, everybody's fine. Everybody's safe. The Straw Hats live another day because of plot. And
hey, how else is the story gonna work, my nigga?
It was good. The stakes were high. We saw Zoro have a character moment where he had done something he had never done before on camera. We had never seen him vulnerable. We had never seen the extent of his resolve. We hadn't seen that just yet. The last time we saw it was when he freaking fought Mihawk.
Yep.
And that was in the beginning of the anime. Just to give him a little push in the right direction of where he wanted to be. So, you know, it was great for his character development. It was great for the ending of the arc. You know, like I said, like we genuinely know these characters very well, where the interactions are extremely believable. You know, their interactions with one another and the way that the characters play off of each other is done very well. Character traits stay true to themselves, even when Straw Hats were zombies. Their character traits were very strong. Their zombies behaved just as they did. Despite everyone else's zombies doing what they were supposed to do, the Straw Hats are that erratic that you can almost never tell them what to do anyway.
No, you cannot.
Even if you hold dominion over their shadow,
they're still going to be them.
They're still going to be who the fuck they are. Annoying as hell and hard to beat.
Fucking hard to beat. Oh.
So, you know, so they leave. We get a couple of filler episodes right after that. Something about a spa. I saw the first half. I don't know why I accidentally skipped the second half of that little 2-part thing. Yeah, I know it didn't matter, but
you don't need it.
I was trying to watch the second part, and then for some whatever reason, it just went to the next thing. And now we are at the beginning of the next arc where they get to the red line. I'm skipping over more shit. I'm skipping over a whole lot of shit. The conclusion with Brook joining the Straw Hats. So Brook is an official member of the Straw Hats now that he officially has his shadow back. And we learn about his connections to the grand story as one of the crewmates of the crew that was originally Laboon's pirate crew, that he was waiting for them to come back from the Grand Line. So, you know, we learn about how they all tragically die, and then we learn about how they all died while recording that song that they used to sing together. So Brook had a sound dial that he got off of some black market place somewhere from Skypiea, and was able to record everyone's like last hurrah for Laboon. And we saw how emotional that was for Brooke and his character, and how he does really want to see Laboon again to fulfill his 50-year promise that he hasn't been able to fulfill of coming back for him, and to share the bad news with him that everyone else didn't make it. And the only reason why Brooke is even still alive is because he had eaten the what is it, the revive fruit, so he was able to come back to life after he died. And even that didn't work out smoothly for him. But it was cool. It was a nice full circle how Luffy was able to motivate him, like, we're gonna go back to Laboon anyway, so you might as well come with us. Like, and he has this thing where he goes, I know I'm gonna see Laboon soon, but I have a little bit more of my journey left ahead of me before we reunite, and I'll tell you all about those stories when we come back, now that we're all friends. So it's interesting. They really humanize a lot of the animal characters in One Piece, especially an animal like like Laboon. They humanize the hell out of him. But that whole thing with the music and giving it a purpose and giving it a nice sob story, it's cool. It's interesting. His story is pretty tragic. I don't know if it tugs on the heartstrings as much as like maybe Chopper's backstory did, or even Robin's backstory. But
Really?
it's definitely tragic. No, it was definitely sad. I think like Chopper's and Robin's are probably the most sad.
Oh, Robin's is definitely sad for sure.
Yeah. So stuff, just something like that. So then now we're at the red line, and we're at the part where Luffy punched the Sea King in the gut, and the mermaid popped out. Now we got talking Jamaican starfish.
Wait, the Sea King.
The Sea King, those beasts, those giant fucking sea animal creatures.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry.
So
you're absolutely right.
He punched the monster in his fucking gut, and he spit out a mermaid and a Jamaican starfish.
Yes.
So, which I'm assuming are caricatures of the Little Mermaid, because the fucking lobster or the crab in the Little Mermaid has a Jamaican accent. So they gave the fucking starfish a dread cap.
Yeah,
he's got a dread cap on, so it's cool. I guess it's funny. Man. So we got mermaid and starfish, and they told the mermaid that they will help her retrieve her friend Hachi for some takoyami. And Hachi is the fucking octopus from Arlong Park. And in the episode I'm about to watch, they're going to realize that it is the octopus from Arlong Park. And they're probably going to give him the, nah, you be alright. But something will happen where probably Luffy will be like, I'm not giving up this takoyami. Like, we're having fucking lunch. We're gonna save this man. He's gonna cook what he promised. He's gonna cook. So I know that's probably gonna be the reason why they help him anyway, is because Luffy wants to eat. So so that's where we are in the story. Thriller Bark was definitely shorter than some other arcs, but still long enough in my book. Funny. Interesting.
It was like 45 episodes, bro.
It was not. I think it was a little longer than that.
No, it's 45 episodes.
I guess it felt long as shit. It's taking me longer than I'd like to finish it. But
yeah, I mean, most people who get through this arc are just like you. It's like, it just feels like it didn't have to be as long as it was. I think that's why it felt longer than it really is, because again, this is like the shortest arc. Like, what do you call it? Sky Island was only 71 episodes. Alabasta, like when the Alabasta arc started, not when like the Romance Dawn arc started or Saga. When Alabasta arc started, that was only like 75 episodes. but it just feels like it drags, especially like I said, bro. Thriller Bark, excuse me. Out of all the arcs, Thriller Bark is my least favorite arc because it just drags. It's only that ending that I wait for. That's the best part. Everything before that, it could I could do without it. Shout out to Brooke though. Happy we got that nigga, but
Yeah,
other
you know,
than that,
the Ryuma fight is really dope.
but that lasted like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was still such a really, really, really cool character and cool fight between him and Zoro. That was great. That's forever gonna be one of my, like, I really like that moment, that fight. I don't know, just like that whole passing of the sword and everything. That was a really dope moment for Zoro. So
Yeah.
I like that. That's a standout moment for me in this arc. I mean, you know, like it's interesting watching Luffy try to punch his way out of everything, right? And realizing that you can't punch a shadow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, like it helped. Like, I think if it was just Luffy versus Moria, like, I don't think Luffy would have ever won that fight. Just because Luffy would have never been able to touch him. But, you know, those circumstances, things that happen, him being inside oars, somebody that can get punched. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like the story worked itself in a way where the villain kind of was his own Achilles heel. But if he was a smart person, right, he would have just, I don't know, just kept fighting Luffy with his little shadow doppelganger. Luffy would have never touched him.
Never
He'd
touched.
Tired as fuck. He'd just been getting bit up by all them damn bats. Brick bat.
Luffy would have never touched that nigga, bro. Ever.
Never touched him. So the arc was interesting. You know, the ending was dope. You know, they're setting up some of the key players in the pirate world, right? They keep talking about Whitebeard, and they're talking about Blackbeard, and they're talking about Shanks, and they're talking about Ace, and you know, they introduced the piece of paper that links the people together, and Lola gave Nami the piece of paper that links her to her mom. I think her mom is the fat mom.
Okay.
Because that's the character that we literally,
the
fat mom who's now the hot skinny mom that was working with Bugsy to get
Alvida?
Luffy. I guess that's her name. No. I don't know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's not her mama.
I don't know.
Her mom is probably that really huge fat lady that I've seen, like in the main arcs that's been happening recently.
Big Mom?
I don't know. Is that her name? Because I don't fucking know.
That's her name, Big Mom. Yes.
The really, really big, like giant looking character, like
Big Mom.
Okay, Big Mom. So,
mama. That's how she be laughing.
Oh no, I hate the laughs, bro. Oh my god,
bro, the laughs only get worse, my boy.
The laughs have been getting worse, bro.
They get worse, bro.
Oh my god, the laughs. The laughs are bad, bro. I thought the laugh was bad with Foxy.
Oh my god, Foxy's laugh was the worst. His is the worst, but they get pretty bad, bro. There's some laughs that you're just like, oh my god, I have such a headache. Hearing this motherfucker laugh. Like what that dude, I forgot his name, but the dude from Alabaster, I'd be like, ma. I hate that motherfucker's laugh. ma. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up.
Always needed to check his voice, make sure it was
always. But yeah, bro. So yeah, I'm happy that you're enjoying it so far. Thank God you finally got out of Thriller Bark, so now you can get to some important shit. Because right now, again, like I said, I know I say this at the end of every single arc that you get to, except for Thriller Bark. But now, shit is about to go up. This is called the Summit War arc. So a lot of shit is about to happen in the 127 episodes that you're about to watch.
Oh my god.
It's the Summit War saga. The arc you're in is the Sabaody arc. 127 episodes is the next arc before you get to Fishman. So you got like 124 23 before you touch Fishman Island. But again, this arc right now is the arc that you're going to want to pay the most attention to. There's going to be a lot of shit going on. And I bet you're going to watch 10 episodes and you're going to be like, I want to keep watching. Like, I promise you, bro. You're going to be like, damn, there has to be. What happens next?
And I will absolutely keep watching as soon as Stranger Things is done.
Jesus Christ.
I got to do it. I got to finish it. We're trying. Every episode of Stranger Things is like 3 hours long, bro.
The next season that comes out is like the last 2 episodes are going to be like 3 hours long each. Yeah, that's insane. That's like a movie.
This is it. This is the Duffer Brothers had to finish it. They waited too long to finish it, so now they got to do it like this. So it is what it is.
But hey, just to close out the One Piece.
There she is.
And that is the end of our One Piece segment. So, Johnny B, we've already been here for 2 hours. Take us home.
Alrighty. So, if you are of the few that have made it to the end of the episode, we love and appreciate you very, very much. You can follow us individually on all of our social media platforms, which will be linked somewhere. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, which you should totally like this video, share it with friends and family that are interested in topics like anime and video games, and leave a like on the video. That does help us out. And you can also listen to this podcast if you're not big on like leaving YouTube open so you can see our beautiful faces, and you'd much rather listen to us like maybe when you're driving or working out or doing of your extracurriculars, and you just want to hear us talk about good old One Piece all day. You can listen to us on anywhere you like to listen to podcasts, and if you're listening to us on Anchor, there is a nifty little feature there where you're able to donate to the podcast, and we appreciate all of your loving support. So that is all the time that we have for you guys. If you like today's topics, please let us know down in the comments below. Shoot us a message on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, on any of the social media platforms you might be engaging with us on, and get in the mix. Let us know how you feel about the game reveals that came out, the trailers that we saw, and some of the games that we're hyped up to play. What are you hyped up for? And what should we be expecting to talk about in the near future? What are some things that you guys want to hear? Let us know, and we'll be happy to talk about them on the next episode. So with that being said, we are getting the fruit out of here.
Oh, also follow the Twitch. What up, okay?